Hey, you friends, this is your moment with Pastor Darnell. You know, we celebrate a lot of things in this life, in this country that we live in. And some of the things that we celebrate are worth celebrating, and frankly, some of them are not. I'm not going to even talk much about the things that aren't worth celebrating that we celebrate, things that are ultimately destructive to us as individuals and as a whole to society. But there's a lot of things that we celebrate that are worthy of celebrating. We celebrate when two people commit themselves to in marriage to one another for life, and they're able to go through their entire life and live and die together and make it as a marriage. And we celebrate that, and well, we should. We celebrate people that devote themselves to a career and they're able to get to that through that career all the way through life and have some success at it. We celebrate that, and well, we should. We celebrate people that are able to set up their own retirement and take care of themselves right through to the end. We should celebrate those things. We celebrate people that can take a business from scratch and build it up and have a successful business. We should celebrate that. People that are dedicated to their athletic endeavors, and they go to the gym or they train, they do what's necessary for their health to become a top level athlete. We should celebrate that. We celebrate people that are dedicated to their craft or their trade to perfect it, being the best they can be, and they see success at it. All of these things are good things. We celebrate them, and we should celebrate them. But I want to celebrate today the overcomers in life. People that have had setbacks, that have had failures, people that have suffered the ravages of the ugliness of life, like divorce, maybe in their family life when they were a child, or even in their own life as an adult, marriages that have failed. I want to celebrate people that have maybe had businesses that they tried to build, but they didn't work out and they failed. People that were fired from a job after dedicating themselves to that job for 15, 20, 25 years and have had to overcome those obstacles. People that have overcome the other ugly things of life, like addiction and abortion and incarceration or bad health or any number of these other things. People that have been talked about and slandered and put down and abandoned and written off. I want to celebrate people that have risen up like phoenixes from the ashes, people that have found themselves by the grace of God at the foot of the cross where they can find mercy and where they can find hope, because God, the God that I serve, is not a God that writes anybody off. He's a God that looks for the broken. He's a God that looks for the hurting. He's a God that's just waiting for us to cry out to Him, even in the midst of our failure, and say, God, I can't do this on my own. And it's in that moment of contrition, that moment of surrender to Him, that He's able to swoop in and pick up the pieces and make something far beyond what we could ever imagine, far more beautiful. I want to celebrate the people that have bounced back, that have made something of them lives. And I want to encourage you to give God the glory and the credit, because He's your creator and He's the only one that through the cross and through Jesus Christ even gives us life and breath. You and I could not take our very next breath without Him. And always remember that failure is never the end. It's just a fork in the road, and your destiny depends on your choices. Hey, this is Pastor Darnell. Now, let's go out and change the day.